Traeger grills, Costa de Mar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood-treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
It's time now for a look list in local sports. In sports, the high school Yellow Jackets survive a 23-21 game at home Friday night against Richmond Hill thanks to the defensive effort by the Yellow Jackets. They allowed no points in the second half and had 3 interceptions and a sack in the end zone, which turns out to be the winning score. Jalen Barnum with the sack in the end zone. Elijah Hartzog had 2 interceptions. K.J. Hunter had a third. Wayne escapes with a 2-point win. A questionable decision by the opposing coach and the opposing quarterback having to leave the game late in the third quarter also helped the cause Friday night at JC Stadium in front of a great crowd on hand for the high school game. Jackets score on their first possession of the game. A nice drive capped off with this 8-yard touchdown run by Ashby Cribb.
Wayne knocking on the door, trying to score in that first possession. 9:29 first quarter, 8 yards out. Ashby Cribb in a QB. Ashby going to roll to the right. Ashby going to keep it. Ashby gets to the 5, cuts in and dives. Did he get in? Touchdown, Ashby Cribb from 8 yards out. Wayne County, 9:22 on the board, first quarter. 6-0 Wayne County on an 8-yard run by quarterback Ashby Cribb.
PAT's good. Wayne County leads 7-0, but the Wildcats come right back and tie at 7-7 on a nice 30-yard touchdown run by Aaron Bedgood, who played mostly at quarterback, but on this play lined up in a slot, took the pitch and ran 30 yards to the end zone. Second quarter action, Wayne County comes back and takes the lead as M.J. Fuller scores from 3 yards out.
They give to M.J., and M.J. takes it in for the touchdown. M.J. Fuller from 3 yards out, and Wayne's back out in front, 13-7.
Jackets missed the PAT, so it remains 13-7 with 11:23 left to go till halftime. But before the half, it was Aaron Bedgood's show. He takes the direct snap at quarterback and runs for 6, 7, 12 yards every play until he scores from 1 yard out. And the Wildcats have a 14-13 lead at the half. In the second half, Bedgood returns the opening kickoff 70 yards, and the Wildcats are up by 8, 21-13 as the second half begins. Then the key point in the game is the Wildcats are at their own 10-yard line with less than 6:30 to go in the third quarter, up by 8, and Coach Lazat decides to go for it on 4th and 1, and they come up empty, and the Jackets have a 1st and goal with the Wildcats 10, and 3 plays later, M.J. Fuller scores from 3 yards out.
Ashby takes the snap, gives to M.J. M.J.'s got it. M.J. fighting. Did he get in? No signal yet. Touchdown, Wayne County. M.J. Fuller fights his way in. 5.5 minutes to go, and Wayne County's in a 2-point conversion for a tie.
And the Jackets make the 2-point conversion. Ashby Cribb hits Trevin Wallace in the back of the end zone, and we're tied up 21-21 with about a quarter left to go. Late in the third quarter, quarterback for the Wildcats, Aaron Bedgood, has to leave the game, which would appear to be a leg cramp, but did not return. Backup quarterback Luke Carter is sacked in the end zone with just 2:13 left in the third quarter to give the Jackets the 23-21 lead.
Carter, the quarterback, back to pass, has time, rolls to the right, and gets thrown down. That should be a safety. He's down. It is a safety. Yes, indeed. Wayne County sacks him in the end zone, and Wayne's got the lead, 23-21.
23-21 is how it ends. Wayne County 23, Richmond Hill 21. Wayne County now 2-0. The Wildcats 1-1. After the game, we talked with head coach Ken Cribb.
Injury-wise, was it all cramps? Most
cramps. Yeah, well, you know, I talked to officials. I mean, I thought they did a horrible job of running this ball game. Not from the call standpoint, but from the management. The management gave us no humidity breaks. And I'm a fast-tempo guy. I couldn't keep up. We got to lay a game penalty. They were starting that clock so fast, and the guy up here was mashing the button before the guy wound his arm. I was raising some cane because, you know, it was way too fast tempo with this humidity, and they never gave us a humidity break.
Right.
And they finally gave us one late after I told the race. I told them, I said, you're going to call somebody fall out now. You're going to hurt somebody.
Right.
And, you know, like I said, I'm not arguing.
Fortunately, our guys were able to come back. The Bedgood kid that had the big kick return and had the big possession where they ran it mostly quarterback draws, I mean, he couldn't come back after his cramp, so I hope he's not seriously injured.
No, he's good after the game. I talked with him. That's a heck of a player. But the official set the tone with that.
I'm glad we made the adjustment, though, because, like I said, after he had that long drive where it was just quarterback draw, I think our defensive coaches said, look, this is how you stop that quarterback draw, and I don't think it was successful the rest of the night.
No, had to make some adjustments. But, talking about the officials, I thought they did a pretty good job of officiating tonight. I really do. That's a hard job. I wouldn't do it, wouldn't want to do it, but like I said, I am complaining about the management of the time. That was hard on us. It was really hard on both teams. But otherwise, I thought they did a pretty good job.
Okay, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. Congrats on the big win, 23-21. Joe and I are just amazed. I don't know who works for the AJC. When they put these lines out, the line was 1, we win by 2. So they're pretty smart. I don't know how they do that, but they did.
Yeah, it was a great game. It
was a good game. It was billed as a good game, and it turned out to be a good game.
But, neither team probably played as clean because of the pressure of playing each other and the energy out there tonight. I mean, there was some serious pounding going on that field. The guys played very physical. Wasn't the cleanest game, but a hard-fought game. So, I don't know whether not making excuses, but sometimes when you're playing another big game, big team, sometimes you don't play your cleanest. And, we dropped a couple of balls we don't normally drop. For the most part, hey, listen, great win against a awesome coach football team over there. So I'll take it and run. And
speaking of those comments, Coach Curry after the game, Jackets head to the road Friday, taking on Beaufort, South Carolina. Beaufort, South Carolina currently 3-0 on the campaign. We'll have more on this game later in the week. Other high school scores: Bryan County over Long County 28-14. Appling shut out Charlton 21-zip. Pierce over Beach 38-zip. And Valdosta whipped up on Bradwell like we told you they would, 50-zip. Glen Academy 49, Grove 0. Brunswick over McIntosh Academy 49-7. Atkinson over Brantley 27-20. Coffee over Ware and a good one 21-14. Statesboro beat Liberty 23-6. Jeff Davis off to a 3-0 start. They beat East Lawrence 20-14. And Parkview defeats Lyons 39-7. Camden no trouble. Locust Grove 51-6. College football successful for all three Georgia colleges. Georgia over Austin Peay 45-zip. Tech over Alcorn State 41-zip. And Georgia Southern at home over South Carolina State 37-7. Around the country, Bama 51, Louisville 14, LSU over Miami 33-17. Oklahoma rides Florida Atlantic 63-14. Maryland over Texas for the second year in a row 34-29. Ohio State 77, Oregon State 31. TCU 55, Southern U 7. Clemson over Furman 48-7. West Virginia over Tennessee 40-14. Auburn a big win over Washington and Atlanta 21-16. Notre Dame beat Michigan 24-17. NFL kicks off this week Thursday night. The Falcons are in action. They're on the road taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Then Sunday, Jacksonville opens up on the road at New York. In college football, a former local Wayne County kid, Mitchell Finneran, former school superintendent Darrell Finneran's son, was named Southern Conference Special Teams Player of the Week for Week 1 in college football in his conference. He plays at Stanford University out of Alabama on a full-ride scholarship as a place kicker. Played in his first collegiate game, was 6-6 on PATs and booted a 32-yard field goal in Stanford's 66-9 win over Shorter this past Thursday. Again, was named Special Teams Player of the Week. His field goal came in the quarter number 1 to give his team a 17-0 lead. Sanford down in Tallahassee this week taking on the Seminoles, were beaten last night at home by Virginia Tech by a score of 24-3. Wayne County's T.Y. McGill will now member the San Diego Chargers. Out there were Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates. T.Y. was with Kansas City, but they cut him over the weekend from their roster. The Chargers quickly picked him up, and now he's on the Charger roster. He'll play defense for San Diego this season. T.Y. played his collegiate ball at NC State, played his first 2 years in the NFL with the Indianapolis Colts, went to Cleveland for a short stint, then signed with the Chiefs in January, now a member of the San Diego Chargers. Braves in Boston tonight in Atlanta. Boston won Monday 8-2, but the Phillies lost Sunday, so the Braves lead still remains at 4 games with 24 games left to play for the Atlanta Braves. Braves and Phillies play the final 7 out of 10 games to close out the season. 4 at Atlanta, September 20th through the 23rd. Tickets selling quickly for that series. Then it's a 6-game road trip to close out the season. 3 in New York and then a Philly on September 28th through the 30th. Hopefully the Braves have it locked down after that 4-game homestand. Varsity girls softball team on the road today at Tattnall County, back home Wednesday for a game against Jeff Davis. We'll have that game tomorrow here on Big Dog Country FM 105.5. Pregame at 5:50. Again, it's the only home game this week. Girls volleyball team in action today over in Appling County. They take on Appling and Windsor. Matches begin at 6. Cross country team at Jekyll Saturday for the Jekyll Island Invitational. Close to 500 runners in the race. Boys placed 12th out of 30 teams. East High School finished first. Terry Mitchner placed 47th. Aiden Jones 51st, and Finn Ogden came in 80th. Those 3 Wayne County runners came in the top 100. Girls did not have enough runners to qualify as a team. Cross-country team at home this Thursday at 6:30 for the first home meet of the season. Again, that begins at 4:30 Thursday across from the high school. And that's going to do it for Ladies Den Local Sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day this time by your friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Wasden Cabinet Shop in Scriven, deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.